Hi everyone, today I thought I would do a page from Magical Jungle. I'm just coming to the end of this book actually and finishing off the last few pictures, and I thought I would do this one a little bit differently. Obviously normally in the jungle we're quite tropical and hot, and I thought I would do a wintry take on this picture to fit in with the season. You know, I feel in the mood for wintry pictures, so I thought that's what I would do. Now I have done a layer of purple pastel on this page. It's quite difficult to see even when I zoom in because it is quite pale and my light is quite bright. I'm just going to move my book a little bit. I'm going to concentrate on this flower, as you may have guessed. I've zoomed in, so I'm leaning on a little piece of paper so that I don't smudge the pastel everywhere. Even though it's quite a light layer, I'm not going to worry about using fixative or anything on this page, just because there's pastel on both sides and it's going to work with the colours that I'm doing anyway. I'm going to be using these pencils. These are the Derwent Chromaflow. There's quite a few bluey and purpley sort of shades which I thought might work quite well. I haven't quite planned exactly what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to start with the Violet 11. So I was going to say 2, it's actually 11 from this set. This is the 24 set. It's quite important to know which set because the colours are different. There's a violet and a lilac, which I probably will use. Now what I want to do is give a wintry feel, because I want to, you know, as I said, I'm in the wintry mood, so I'm using this sort of purple, which I think will give that sort of cold, wintry feel. And what I'm trying to do here is to do a darker layer of purple near the centre of the flower, and then less towards the edge, so that it just looks more intense down here. That's the idea. So now I'm going quite lightly as we go towards the tip of the petal. Obviously I still want the purple to show up a little bit, and this colour's quite intense, so it shows up quite a lot. So I'm going to go back down to the base and just add a few more layers just to really get that contrast between the middle and the outside. Hopefully that shows. Now it's not terribly even on the edge, but we're going to go over that in a minute, so it'll be okay. So we're going to do the same all the way around with all of these petals, and I'll show you how we can get a sort of more wintry feel in just a moment. But coming, it's interesting this time of year. I like Christmas because it sort of brings some brightness and light to the winter. Although I'm quite happy in winter because I don't like it hot, so I'm quite happy when it's colder weather. But I know a lot of people don't feel that way. They like the warmth and they like the sunshine. So I think winter is good for lifting people's moods basically. And at Christmas, you know, the lights, the celebration, the gifts, all that sort of thing helps some people to feel happier, which is rather nice. But the time just afterwards, once we part, I mean, people tend to, in the UK, people tend to have a holiday from, they finish on Christmas Eve generally. It obviously changes from person to person. And then they will, and often places finish early on a Christmas Eve, and then they'll be on holiday until the new year, after the new year. So there's quite a period of time when people are relaxing and seeing family and chilling and that sort of thing, and that's nice. But it's when we return to work and we've still got winter, which goes on for, you know, we often get snow in February. I find that it's during that time that people tend to struggle a little more. Sometimes I feel that Christmas should be a little bit more in the centre of winter, so that to sort of break it up a little bit more, because I still almost feel like we've only just come out of autumn. You know, the trees haven't dropped all their leaves yet. There's still lots of lovely autumn colour around. It's just that we're getting a few frosty mornings and things like that. So, and obviously, as we go further into winter, that will become even more apparent. Okay, we're on our last one. Excuse me. So I had a little bit of a tickle there. I've got a cup of tea to have in a minute. I thought make one before I start, and by the time I finish it'll be just ready for drinking. So I always have decaf. I don't like caffeine, makes me feel too hyper. I like to be calm. Not always calm, but I like to be. So I don't like the effect of caffeine. Now, in this central area, I'm not happy with the colour there. I want it to be much deeper and darker. What I'm going to do is something that's quite unusual for me actually, is I'm going to add some black. The black is number 23. And I'm just going to add a little bit around that central area. I'm going to try and fade it up a little bit. I don't want it to be really intense, but just a shadow. But these are quite dark, intense pencils. It's quite hard for me to actually see. The light, as always when I'm making my videos, the lamp is shining off the colour. I'm also going to put a little bit along the edge of each petal where it's overlapping the next one, and it would be casting a bit of a shadow. Can't see what I'm doing. Problem with pencils is that they shine, so it's tricky. There we go. Yeah, should look on the screen, I can see. Right, I'm going to go back on top with the violet that we were using before and just go over the black to and sort of just take that darker tone further up each petal a little bit. I'm not going to go over it where they're overlapping. I do want that to look like shadow. And then I'm going to use the lilac, which is slightly lighter, it's still quite a dark colour, to just finish off the end here and just tidy it up a little bit. I'm not doing this bit because I want it to look, because it's turned over, I want it to just look a little bit different. Now this lilac I find is actually very similar to the violet, so I have to make sure I don't press too hard or else it just, you can't see the difference in colour. I was doing something with it the other day, actually I was in the doctor's surgery and I had my booster jab, and for COVID, which I was very grateful to get. I think I got it a bit early. This one doesn't seem to have been coloured, I'll just go over that, which I was, as I say, very grateful for because of my age group. I don't know if they'd opened it up to all. I did get invited, I didn't just sneak in and go, hey, let's have a jab. But anyway, I was sitting in the surgery, because it was a Pfizer jab, they make us sit for 15 minutes in the waiting room just to make sure we don't have a reaction. So sitting in the waiting room with the family, because we all had the children had their second one, because being younger they didn't get their first ones as soon, so they had their second one, and me and my husband both had our boosters and managed to get them all arranged on the same day, which was great. And we were sitting in the waiting room and I was colouring a picture actually from Rita Berman's Minor Riser de Europa. I just took with me because it's a nice little book for taking into places like that. I'm just having a look at that. I'm happy with that. And anyway, I took that in with me and I was colouring that, and I was using these, and I noticed that the two purples were really a bit too similar because I pressed too hard with the lilac, I think, and it didn't look any different to the other. But I like that effect. I'm happy with that. And now I'm thinking about the centre of the flower. I'm going to start with this denim colour, which is actually a very dark blue, and do this very central piece. And what I want is to make it very dark around the outside. And again, I may use a little black if I think it's necessary. So I'm doing quite a lot of layers, as you can see around there, and then I'm going to reduce those as I go towards the middle. Like that. And yeah, I'm going to put a layer of black. It isn't quite as I want. Just a tiny bit around this line here, just really going over that line and slightly inward. And then it just makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional, which I think it looks rather gem-like. But I like the shine. I think that looks nice and wintry. And I want a lighter blue to do the other parts. I'm just seeing what I've got. I've got blue and light blue. I think I'm just going to go for blue. So here he is, blue. I think he's Sharpener. I'm just going to do all of these. I'm not going to try and shade them because they're little in this lighter colour. Okay. Now I've got a few final touches to make it look slightly more wintry, but the reason I did the pastel first was because they involve a sparkly pen, and if you rub pastel over sparkly pen, it can smudge it and make a bit of a mess. It smudges the glitter everywhere, which the glitter does get everywhere anyway, but there we go. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to grab my sparkly pen. Now I'm just using the ones that I always use, these ones that I was sent, which seem to do very well. And I'm going to go around the edge of each petal, but carefully. I'm just going to do the outside edge. I'm not going to go right down to the bit, to that bit, because we put that shadow on there, and I don't know whether it would quite work. What I want to try and make it look like, there is a bit of frost on the outside of the flower. So it's just a matter of following along the edge like that. Now you can't see the sparkle. There you go. So that is the idea. Now you could do it around the central part as well, and on here and around here. But actually, I'm quite happy with just going around the edge. And there's going to be a lot of flowers, and I want to keep it reasonably simple for myself. So that's how I'm going to leave it. Now I will do some more aspects from this page, and I will probably do some videos. They might not be in order, so I might not be tomorrow that you see the next one. I think, I'm just looking, I think this is going out on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Day I might do something a little bit different, and then because it being Christmas Day, I also need to warn you that there may not be two videos a day from now on. It's just that I'm running out of time a little bit, and we'll just have to see how it goes and what I can fit in. But I will do my best, and I love making them. It's just that I can't always fit it all in, so we'll just see how it goes. There we go. There's the shine. So I'm just going to take a little photo. I can take a photo while I'm recording and then use that on my video as my thumbnail. But there we go. So it's a sort of sparkly iced flower. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's just a little bit different, but thank you for watching. Hope you'll have a very nice day. Relax, not too busy, you know, having fun and enjoying yourself, and happy Christmas for tomorrow in case you don't get to watch the video then. So thank you for watching, and happy colouring.